All right, Shalom. First, I can start by saying all praise to Yahweh by Shimmy Shai. Double honors to the elders and apostles that rule well, and salutations to the brothers that's doing truth and sincerity. Now, Yahweh put up a lesson on what we call or what I'm gonna call it is the RFID chip and gradualism, right? And this is one of the ways that they implement. They gonna how they use the chip system. We come in, we swipe in with our Zonar wand. It's called a Zonar wand. It has RFID chip technology in the Zonar card. For the scan, so the wand can pick it up. This right here is called like a tablet. I'm guessing it cut off on me, but what this is going to do is help the parents be able to track the teachers. I mean, track the bus drivers and how long it's going to take the teacher, the bus driver to get to the crib, to the house and stuff, and where they at. If anything happens, if there's any delays, anything of that nature. So, as far as what this has to do with RFID chip, this is just another way of how they're going to track us. They use the GPS up there, right there, the Zonar to track us and whatnot, and pretty soon it's gonna be to where kids can't get on the bus unless they have the RFID chip. So the RFID chip is growing in multiple ways of life, not just through phones, dogs being tagged, stuff of that nature. It's also coming through the bus system. So your kids can't go to school unless they have the chip, but they're gonna be have to scan and see if you have the chip right when they get on the bus. Man, they ain't gonna have to wait till they get to the school. As soon as the kids come out the door to get on the bus, it's gonna be like scan for RFID chip. If you got a chip, if you don't, you can't come. They're gonna probably have another bus right there rounding them up for those who don't have them to go get them chipped. Stuff of that nature, man. But the chip is here and everything is gonna move fast, man. It's a scripture. What's the scripture? For it will not tarry; it shall surely come, man. And it's not tarrying; it's here, man. It's coming. Another step has been made. Wisconsin was a big deal. All right, Shalom. First, I start by saying all praise to Yahweh by Shimmy Shai. Double honors to the apostles that rule well, and salutations to the brothers that are doing the truth and sincerity. Now, this is just a couple of scriptures behind this whole tracking system that's on our bus. On my bus, they call it the Zonar system, and as you can see, the signs say inspect, track, know. And they actually got an app, that's involved with this system. And it's, the inspect word just mean they inspect the bus, because we inspect the bus when we clean it, when we make sure not clean it when we checking to see if kids are on the bus or not after we done dropped off, ran all the routes, or if we checking to see if the bus is up to par, any cracked windows, any deflated tires, stuff of that nature, man. But it's like I said, this Zonar system is more so for to track, man. So I'm gonna start with this scripture. This is Habakkuk chapter 2 verse 1. I will stand upon my watch and set me upon the tower, and will watch to see what he will say unto me, and what I shall answer when I am reproved. And the Lord answered me and said, write the vision and make it plain upon tables, that he may run that readeth it. For the vision is yet for an appointed time, but at the end it shall speak and not lie. Though it tarry, wait for it, because it will surely come. It will not tarry. Right, so this whole tracking system thing, not the tracking system, Slovakia, the whole RFID chip is being pushed, and it's in Wisconsin. It's all over the Middle East and then the European nations and everything, man. And you got people over here that got the chip, So when it says it shall speak and not lie, it's speaking right now, man. It ain't lying. It's here, man. It's just not here full force to where they're making it mandatory for everybody, but only the watchmen knew that, man. Because the watchmen, the Lord's hopefully we have the Lord's elect, paying attention to these prophecies, like keeping up with the news, man. But this is the next scripture. This is Isaiah chapter 36, verse 6. It says, "Lo, thou trustest in the staff of this broken reed." Right, and that broken reed is talking about the RFID chip. And Israel are going to take, a lot of the Israelites are going to take the RFID chip. But you got a lot of Israelites that aren't, but they still not going to be a part of the elect neither, though. You know, it's a lot of people in these different fashions of life, religions, cults, that's not going to take the RFID chip, man. But yeah, this is Isaiah 36 and 6. "Lo, thou trusted in the staff of this broken reed," the RFID chip, because our people are going to put their trust in this chip, you know, to get them what they need in that time when they force it upon everybody. You know, to get their kids to school, you know, to get themselves to school. Our people are going to trust in this chip, man. But this is prophecy, because it's in the Bible. It says, "Lo, thou trusted in the staff of this broken reed on Egypt, whereon if a man lean, it will go into his hand, see, and pierce it. So is Pharaoh, king of Egypt, to all that trust in him." Right, man. This is Revelations chapter 16. Hold on. Chapter 13, verse 16. "And he called it all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads, and that no man might buy or sell, save he that had the mark, which is the mark of the beast, or the name of the beast, which is the RFID chip, or the number of his name. Here is wisdom. Let him that hath understanding count the number of the beast, for it is the number of a man, and his number is 666." Right, so a man gonna be passing out this RFID chip, man. And that man is Esau, the so-called white man, man. But this is what the scriptures got to say if anybody take the RFID chip, man, because they dressed it up quite nice. You know, they dressed it up quite nice. They pushed it up under their philosophy of gradualism and everything. But this is what the Lord got to say of if you take the chip. This is Revelation 14, verse 9. It says, "And the third angel followed them, saying with a loud voice, If any man worship the beast and his image," which is the beast, NATO, EU, and his image is his philosophies, and receive his mark, which is the RFID chip, the mark of the beast, in his forehead or in his hand, the same shall drink of the wine of the wrath of the Most High, which is poured out without mixture into the cup of his indignation, and he shall be tormented with fire and brimstone in the presence of the holy angels and in the presence of the Lamb. Right. So that mixture and that fire and brimstone, you know, is going to be thermonuclear fire. It's going to be nuclear missiles, man. It's not going to be no actual fire and brimstone. And all that's going to happen in the presence of Yahweh Shai, because Yahweh Shai is going to be directing those missiles and his angels. His angels. Going to be right there with him. All right. This is 2 Corinthians chapter 2. Verse 11, it said, "Lest Satan should get an advantage of us, for we are not ignorant of his devices, right? So we know that this RFID chip is the mark of the beast according to the scriptures. We know that if we take the mark of the beast, the RFID chip, the Lord gonna destroy us right along with this place, man. We know also that Esau is using these philosophies, gradualism, and putting it in through our everyday life, through from getting on the bus. They got the little technology where it tracks, and they advancing it slowly, gradualism. They got it in markets and shit. What is it called? 3-2 squared or 3 squared? I forgot exactly the market is called, but they got it for when you get in the clubs. They got it in your animals. They got it in your cars. They got it in your clothes, a form of it. Esau pushing this RFID chip technology and gradually in all forms of life till he actually forced everybody to take the RFID chip. He just prepping everybody, man. He getting everybody ready for it, man. Because you can't shock and awe nobody because they gonna rebel, they gonna resist and whatnot, So Esau get his knowledge and wisdom from the angels on the left hand side, man. But Yahushua had a counter, which is his scriptures, and he raised up his prophets, his elect, to come teach the word to counter Esau and his bullshit, man. So we are not ignorant of Satan's devices, man. I got one more scripture. This is Job chapter 13, verse 4. It says, "But ye are forgers of lies. Ye are all physicians of no value." Right, man. So Esau is a forger of lies, man. He got everybody thinking that this ain't the mark of the beast, man. That this is the new wave of technology that's gonna help everything and make everything a whole lot easier and shit. But this is ultimately the mark of the beast, and you're fighting against Yahweh Shema Shai if you take it, So, but yeah, if you take the RFID chip, you're gonna be destroyed, man. Plain and simple. But that's the end of the lesson. All praise to Yahweh Shema Shai. Double honors to the elders and apostles that rule well, and salutations to the brothers that's doing the truth with sincerity. Shalom.